Hi Pisces, welcome to Pisces Cove in your next 48 hours. Pisces, I have to say that, I don't ask for love in your readings, but it just constantly comes out. It really does. And we know Pisces is very heart-centered and very much about love. But that's not all they're about. Y'all are complicated beings, so it usually takes me like a minute. I have to sit with these energies before I get ready to tell the story to you, because it's always a twisty turny story, Pisces. It really is. So this week definitely I'm going to call for some specific different readings, maybe, for abundance and everything, career readings, that kind of thing. So Pisces, if you're looking for personal readings, please check out the link in my description. I do feel, Pisces, your vibe, Pisces. So your vibe is love and mystery, Pisces. I feel like it's kind of this not knowing what's going to happen. I do feel like this is a particular person, to be honest. And, the Seven of Wands reversed with the King of Wands upright. It's really about taking a chance. Letting your guard down and taking a chance. It could also be, it could be that you're figuring out what you want and now you're ready to take action. But I feel like you have been in the depths of this, like really thinking about this. Specifically, it's so funny because, I always feel so much fire energy, specifically Sagittarius energy around you. So I don't know if the majority of the people watching this have strong Sag energy on some level, or a lot of people dealing with Sagittarius. I don't really know, but it seems Sagittarius energy seems to be, and it makes sense because Sagittarius and you share Jupiter. So there are a lot of similarities between Sagittarius and Pisces, which was why I started this channel in the first place. But anyways, let's get on with it. Answering the call is here. So it is time to make a move, Pisces. It is time to make a move, but of course there is something that comes before that. So I feel like this is the love and mystery too. It's like you need to get grounded before you make this move. And this move is about healing. It's about mending bridges. It's about, this is definitely about, it's so interesting because I feel like this is a person that you have a lot of history with. And I feel like there are elements of the past that have never been dealt with. And, we have to release that before we can move forward, even with a person, even towards, reconciliation or, connecting, and I feel like you are going to, I feel like you kind of have to, it's like you have to figure it out yourself before you can approach it with other people. And, that feels very Pisces to me, actually. It really does. What was under the deck was the Five of Pentacles and the Star. So, someone regrets something and wants to fix it. And, and definitely this is the sense of, I don't want to be alone anymore. And actually Pisces and Scorpio are like the loners of the zodiac. So I kind of feel like you're in this space where you're ready to not be alone anymore. One thing Pisces does is they do isolate to figure things out. And I feel like that's the space that you're in, but you're getting ready to break free of that. I will say that in terms of a specific connection, I feel like it's kind of like whenever it starts to go forward, you think there's real traction being made here, right? So you feel like something happens. Like there's something that happens. You may even feel like the universe does this, you know. But that is kind of a way of thinking that isn't, that keeps you stuck. I mean, you know, even when there are other stuff going on, there can still be victory. You know, it's kind of like that energy of the conditions do not have to be perfect. And I feel like you might be thinking that. Like the conditions need to be perfect before I can go towards this. Or once I achieve this, then I can focus on this thing. You know, that kind of either I'm going after money or I'm going after love. It's kind of that energy. Yeah. Yeah. So what was really interesting is it's hard to tell who is who here. And that's basically because the two of you in this situation move in almost identical energy. The only difference I would see is that one moves in like, one is more logical, common sense, and I feel like that's you, Pisces. I actually feel like you're the King of Pentacles here. I feel like you're the more logical one, you're the more patient one, you're the more sensible one. Because the King of Pentacles, you know, they can wait, you know, because I tried to find out further about, you know, who is who here. Because what we're starting with is the Queen of Pentacles reversed, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Knight of Pentacles. I feel like your person withdrew. And I feel like they're frustrated. I feel like they're frustrated. They know that this always comes back. Like you always come back to each other because you have that sense of home with each other. But they're kind of tired of waiting too. They feel like they did the right things here and they don't understand why constantly we have to wait here. Well, on the other hand, you're very good with it. King of Pentacles with the Ten of Cups. You know things will turn around. You know that this will come together. And I feel like for you, because the King of Pentacles always has a lot to do, but he doesn't worry about when it's done. He knows everything will get done. So there's kind of this patience in you of you know that this will come together at some point. Okay? And the reason I know that the King of Pentacles is you is because the Six of Cups came out for this. And this definitely is someone that you have this coming back constantly energy with. You know, and with the Chariot and the Six of Cups, you also know that, like, this is just kind of what you do here with this person. And that when the time is right, it will move forward. And in the meantime, it's just going to keep returning, if that makes sense to you. Because you know that this person is, you know this person, and this person's been in your life, in and out, in and out, in and out, for a long time. A long time. And I feel like you've gotten to this space, Pisces. I actually feel like you are in more acceptance than your person. Okay, because they're feeling the need to withdraw in terms of investment, to focus more on themselves. Because I feel like this person moves in a lot of impatience, you know, but you know that there's going to be a time when this is the right time, and that there are things that have to be done maybe individually first, which is really interesting. And I mean, you have a lot of love for this person. And I also think that you know you're going to end up with this person. And you're patient for when that happens. You know it's not today. You know that you know, there are things to do. You're the one, it's so funny. You're the one with the willpower here, Pisces. You know, because that's what the Chariot's all about. It's about focus, right? And you know that, like, this will come back around when it's time to focus on this, and that right now it may not be time to focus on this. It may not be, you know. And this, the Three of Swords, and this, and that's what's working for you, Pisces. That's what's working for you. You know, it could be that right now, you know, what it is time for is to get your money together. You know, because I feel like you're both on a path that involves stability, right? You both are. And I think that your person might actually have a tendency to focus on you too much when they should be focusing on their own stuff. And I feel on some level like you know that. But you definitely are home to each other, and you definitely always come back. Look at this. The Three of Wands reversed with the Six of Cups. It's kind of like it's inevitable for the two of you to always come back. So, I mean, this may even be a twin flame journey for you. Even though the Lovers isn't here, the energies kind of point to that leaving, coming back, leaving, coming back, leaving, coming back. And if you're thinking like, or thinking of saying that this is toxic, it is not at all toxic. It's not at all. Because I don't see actual separation here. I just see that, like, in terms of the relationship and you're planning a life together hasn't happened yet. But you are confident that it is going to happen. You know it, as a matter of fact. And you are, like, content with doing what you have to do until that happens. You know, until it's about the two of you doing what you have to do together. Wow. You definitely are a couple. In case you are wondering if you are a match, you definitely are a match. You definitely are a match. I do feel as if your person is struggling a little bit. They are. And you are not. Interestingly enough, right? But what also happens here is that there is a past between you and this person. And it's not a really easy past, if I'm being honest. And you know, that is the challenge between you. You know, and like I said, there may be a need to discuss the past. There may be. So that, you know, your person can't sit in the same energy as you. Maybe because they feel like you're, you know, they may feel like you're leaving. They may feel like you're leaving. The Three of Swords with the Six of Swords. The challenge is overcoming the past, overcoming the pain. And really, you know, there may be a conversation here so that you both can see each other's side of the story. Because at the end of the day, like, your outcome here is beautiful. Your outcome is the Ten of Pentacles with the Knight of Cups. Definitely taking a journey together. Definitely building a dream together. I think, though, that it's just a matter of some things needing to happen first. For, you know, individually. And I feel like, you know, to be honest, I feel like you're very focused on your own thing. Your person, they have the tendency to not see things working out, right? And I feel like they know that you will come back, and you know that they will come back, but it's kind of the way you see it, or the way that the energy processes for the two of you is a little different, because I feel like your person kind of moves in a little impatience. You know, they move in a little impatience, and as far as their road, they're not on, like, they're not as far along as you are. you know, and I don't mean that in the terms of healed. I mean that in the terms of stability in one's life, right? So there's a lot here, honestly. There's a lot, but just know that at the end of the day, this will stabilize, and it will stabilize in a way that is very happy, very romantic, you know, very much about it. Look, and then there's the Three of Wands upright. So this definitely does come together. It does. But I feel like it's, you know, I feel like there are just some changes that need to happen first. And I feel like these changes are on an individual level. You know, the Seven of Swords. You know, and it's kind of facing the truth of, you know, what needs to change. And there is conversation that needs to happen about change. And really about, like, the two of you aren't the same people you were when you started this journey together. Right? So there's also a needing to come to acceptance of that, and what does, like, what we're building, what does it look like based on who we are now? Based on who we are now, because, you know, it's funny, because I feel like in all relationships, usually, you know, we're never always at the same place. You know, and I feel like at times, maybe your person is in a higher place and you are in a lower place. And I feel like this is something that happens between the two of you a lot. So, to be honest, right now, Pisces, you are the stabilizing force in this connection. You are the logical one. You are the common sense one. You know, like, this person might be of the mind, like, I think we should be together right now. But you know that it's not time right now. You know that. And, you know, that's where that's at. That's interesting, huh, Pisces? Because it was literally so intuitive for this. Like, wow. But I would say that this, you know, this is a very deep connection because you are home to each other. You are home, and there's, you know, I feel like the leaving and coming back is an energy that you are used to, because that's kind of how Pisces energy works. But this person, especially as they show up in fire and could be a fire sign, they are not. Because, you know, fire tends to just expand out, right? So it moves forward. And so, you know, it might be like the job that you have in this situation might be making that person feel okay with that, with the leaving, the coming back, the leaving, the coming back. And there will be a lot of people there that around that tell you that the push and pull is unhealthy, and I think in some cases it definitely is. But I think in this case it isn't, because I feel like the two of you are working on yourselves. But you still maintain the sense of home between each other. It's very interesting, Pisces, honestly. So let's see what would help you. So who knows? Maybe that's what's happening, you know, in the next 48 hours, is that you are helping your person this time around to be grounded, to say to them, hey, you know, maybe it's time for you to focus on yourself right now. I'm here. I'm still home for you. Wow. I love this, Pisces. So what would help Pisces in the next 48 hours? Gratitude. I love acknowledging all the little things I'm grateful for, no matter what I have going on. I always have things to be thankful for. Whenever I am feeling upset, I can fill up a page with the things I appreciate. This begins to shift my mood and focus onto that which brings me joy. And I was just hearing, Pisces, that part of this person's anxiety might be that they feel you've pulled away. You might need to reassure this person that you're still here. Interesting. Okay, well, okay, Pisces, that's what I have for you. So I hope you have a good 48 hours. Toodles.